Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my video. This video is about setting text behind a moving object in a video using Blender. I haven't seen this anywhere on YouTube or on the internet, anybody using Blender trying this effect, and I think it's cool. I think you guys are going to dig it. Two things you're going to need. You're going to need the text, you're going to need a mask. I'll show you the mask later on. I happen to have mine here. I've already made it, put it in the room. Can't see it, but that's the beauty. It hides behind everything and it helps you manipulate the things that you want to manipulate. I'm going to show you how this thing works, and then we're going to go through the rest of the video and show you how we did it. Just walking right in front of it. In fact, touch the word right behind you. Put your arm around it, like you're grabbing something. It takes a little while, especially with the manipulation, but I think you're going to find something you're going to really dig, and it's super cool, and you stick with it, it's going to make your video pop. So why don't we go ahead and we'll show you how we made it. Alright, so this is how we created the effect. We're using Blender 2.79. When we open it up, I changed the window from our default window to the motion tracking. Motion tracking gives us all the windows we need to use to create the effect. Right here is the window we use. This is our 3D window anyway that is here. We created our text, gave it light, gave it depth, gave it a different font and color, and all the things you want to do are right here for your text only. Changed this one to properties, so when we're ready to render, it's right there. You just hit rend animation and it creates our video. This window right here we changed to the node editor. The nodes that we used for this effect were a compositor, the viewer, an alpha over, a rendered layer, which is your text. Once you render your text and you like what you've done, you render it and it's sent through here through your rendered layer. The movie clip editor, and your mask. Once you get all this set up, you've done your render, you can close this one. You don't need this anymore. The two that you really need to worry about are this window, which is your movie clip editor, and we're going to change this one from the 3D view to the UV image editor. That way you can view the progress of our video. Now right now you don't see the text. It's because it's hidden, because our mask is not in front of it. The big important thing about this effect is your text has to be inside of your mask, otherwise it is going to be cut off or invisible. You won't be able to see it, so your mask has to be in front of your text. My mask is up here at the top, which is away from our text, but when I bring it down, it lights up your text, it shows your text. So just know that your text has to be inside of this box. Now, look down here and you'll see all these lines, these yellow lines. These are all individual edits of my mask, of this mask, and these are frames. There's almost 2,000 frames from start to finish. All these are edits. This is the tedious part that drives people nuts, that stops them from doing this. Don't stop. This is a great effect. I think it's killer. If you stick with it, you're going to love it. Let me show you what I mean about the editing. So we'll open it up a little bit. You'll be able to see it. So once you start moving through the frames and you're moving forward, and get a little closer, you see that these are little edit points that I created. You know, it's control left click to create an edit point. Got a lot of edit points in here because you have to do a lot of curves and everything. But once you start moving in front of the lettering, that's when you got to start worrying about where your edit points are. Until then, it does not matter where they are. They could be up your nose if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. Once you start getting in front of the lettering, you want to start making sure that it's adhering to the form of the object that's moving in front of your text. And there you go. that's what's happening. You see that it's covering up. You want to make sure that your text, like I said, is inside of this box. Once it leaves the box, it becomes invisible. You don't see it. Now, your text is going to eventually come back around. The way to accomplish it showing up in the back is you want to make sure that you have a little jetty at the top, the bottom, it doesn't matter, but you want to make sure that you don't completely close this box off. You want to keep a spot going behind the moving object. Don't worry about, like I said, don't worry about where your adjustment points are until you know that your text is going to be in frame. There's a little bit over there. And then all of a sudden it's coming in. You want to make sure that your adjustment points are ready to go. Like I say, it doesn't matter. It could be off over here. As long as where your text is showing up, you are adjusting your mask. Now, I've heard a few people talk about not worrying about every frame. You can go 2 or 3 frames without worrying about adjusting. If you go back and look at the video that I created, there are 2 spots that I left in that you will see. But I left them in there for a purpose. I want you to see that even 1 frame can be seen. You will notice even 1 frame of a flub. There are 2 of them. One of them was the G. The bottom of the G got cut, and another one is the bottom of the T. I'm going to move to the bottom of the T, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And this was only 2 frames, and it was super noticeable to me. I'm a stickler for this. If it's not right, I want to redo it. I'm going to go back and say no. But I left it in there because I wanted you to see that yes, it does matter. It will make a difference. Should be coming up fairly soon. It's right down here. Excuse me, let me back it up. Right there. I missed a couple of spots. I didn't adjust properly, and it cut my T off. Now when you go back and look at the video, you're going to notice it. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to where your adjustment points are. Make sure that you adjust. It doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter outside of where your text is. As long as where your text is, you're adjusting. Because if you don't, that's what's going to happen. I think this is a super killer effect. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to make your videos pop, like I said, and you're going to want to use this over and over again. Just make sure that you pay attention, like I didn't. I hope this helps you guys out, and I hope you guys enjoy, and definitely good luck.